So what if an AI could actually learn from its mistakes, just like we do? I'm not just talking about getting a score at the end of a game. I mean, really thinking about what went wrong and then based on that, making a whole new plan. Well, today we're diving into a brand new framework that teaches AI to do exactly that.
We've all been there, right? You're playing a game, maybe it's a puzzle like Minesweeper, and you just hit a wall. Your strategy just isn't working. So what do? Well, you don't just keep trying the same thing over and over. You reset, you rethink, and you try a completely different approach.
And that ability, the skill to just step back and explore new paths after you've failed, that's totally fundamental to how we learn. But it turns out for AI agents, especially the ones trained with standard methods, it's a huge, huge challenge. They can get really, really stuck.
All right, so let's dig into this problem first. Why do these incredibly powerful AI agents so often get trapped in a loop, just repeating the same mistakes again and again?
In this slide, wow, it really lays out the big difference. For us humans, our process is this beautiful cycle. We explore, we fail, we reflect on it, and then we adapt. But standard AI training, which is a method called reinforcement learning, or RL, it's totally different. It trains an AI to find one optimal strategy and then just hammer away at it. The whole goal is to converge on a single path, and hey, if that path happens to be flawed, it has a very hard time breaking away from it.
And that's the real kicker here. Traditional AI agents are basically built to exploit what they already know works, not to explore the unknown when they get stuck. It's a fundamental limitation that keeps them from finding better, maybe even more creative solutions. Okay, so that brings us to the solution. If the old way of teaching just leads to these agents getting stuck, maybe what we need is a whole new coaching philosophy. One that's less about winning a single game and more about teaching the AI how to win any game.
And that philosophy, it has a name. It's called meta reinforcement learning, or meta-RL. Think of it like this. Instead of training an AI to become a chess grandmaster, you're training it to be a master learner who can pick up chess or checkers or any other game really, really quickly. The goal isn't the solution, it's learning a general strategy for adaptation and exploration.
So putting this idea into practice, a group of researchers has built a new framework called LAMER, which stands for LLM Agent with Meta-RL. It is designed from the ground up to really embody this whole learning-to-learn principle. So how does it actually work? Well, LAMER is built on two simple but incredibly powerful ideas that completely change how the AI agent approaches a problem. Okay, so the first big idea is that it learns across multiple attempts, linking them all together. And the second is that after every single failure, it actually stops to reflect on what just happened. Let's break down how each of these works.
Now, this first idea is a total game changer. Standard RL treats every single attempt as a completely isolated event, but LAMER connects them. It uses something the research calls a cross-episode training framework. Now, what that means is that an action in the first attempt that seems bad, like say exploring a really risky path, can actually get a reward if the knowledge it gains helps the AI win in the second or third attempt. It's basically incentivizing a long-term strategy. It's playing the long game.
The second idea is honestly just as fascinating. After a failed game, the LAMER agent doesn't just hit reset. No, it's prompted to generate a reflection in text. It literally writes out, in plain English, an analysis of its own mistakes, and then formulates a new, better plan for the next try. It's like an AI learning from its own inner monologue.
And look, this isn't some abstract concept. This slide is showing you an actual reflection from a LAMER agent playing Minesweeper. Just look at that. It identifies the exact move that led to failure, clicking on a mine at position 6-3, and then it comes up with a specific, reasoned plan for what to do differently next time. It's not just guessing anymore, it's genuinely strategizing.
So, okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But does this new coaching method actually create a better player? Well, let's take a look at the results. And the results are, well, they're striking. In a complex game like Minesweeper, after just 3 attempts, the best standard agent had a success rate of about 55%. Not bad, but LAMER, with its ability to reflect and adapt, reached almost 75%. That is a massive improvement.
And this wasn't just a one-off thing. In Sokoban, which is a notoriously difficult planning puzzle, LAMER saw an 11% absolute performance gain.
And then in a simulated online shopping task, it saw a 14% gain.
And going back to Minesweeper, that absolute gain was a full 19 percentage points. I mean, these are not small tweaks. This is a fundamental leap in performance. But this might be the most important result of them all. It's not just that LAMER wins more often,
It's how it wins. This chart measures something called trajectory diversity, which is basically how creative is the agent. How many different strategies does it try? Standard RL has really low diversity. It finds one path and gets stuck. But just look at LAMER. It maintains much higher diversity. That means it's constantly exploring new ways to solve the problem. It literally avoids getting stuck in a rut.
So, what does all of this mean for the future? I mean, this research is about way more than just building better game-playing AI. It's about building smarter, more adaptable AI, period.
So let's just recap what this new kind of agent can actually do. It can learn from genuine trial and error across multiple tries. It can adapt its own strategy just by reflecting on feedback. It avoids getting stuck in those dead-end loops, and as the research shows, it's even better at generalizing its skills to harder problems that it's never even seen before.
And that's really why this matters so much. We are moving from AI that can just follow a fixed set of instructions really, really well, to autonomous agents that can actively go out, gather information, learn from their environment, and improve their own decision-making over time. This is an absolutely critical step for tackling those messy, complex, real-world challenges. It really leaves you with a powerful question, doesn't it? If we can teach an AI to reflect on its own failures, to strategize, and to learn to beat a video game, what else could an agent like that learn to do? Scientific discovery? Complex logistics? The possibilities are, well, they're truly fascinating to think about.